What if I told you that a simple Lincoln penny from 1985 could be worth nearly $1 million? Yes, a coin you might have tossed in your change jar could secretly be hiding a jaw-dropping fortune. One tiny mint mark, one rare error, and you could be holding a six-figure treasure. Let's crack the mystery of the 1985 D Lincoln penny and why collectors are willing to pay insane money for the right one. The 1985 D penny. At first glance, it's nothing special. Minted in Denver, over 5 billion of these were struck. Common, right? But here's where it gets crazy. In the world of coin collecting, it only takes one tiny detail to turn pocket change into a payday. And the 1985 D has a secret. A rare variety, some freak errors, and pristine conditions have made this otherwise ordinary penny a collector's dream. Most 1985 D pennies are worth face value. 1 cent. Maybe a few dollars in mint state condition. But here's where things heat up. A flawless 1985 D penny graded MS68 read by a top grading company like PCGS can sell for hundreds, even thousands. In fact, a stunning specimen sold for over $50,000 at auction. But that's not all. There are rumors and listings floating online about ultra-rare varieties of this coin reaching prices close to $100,000, and even one report of a $999,000 asking price for a unique error coin. Could it be hype? Maybe. But the rare coin world has seen even stranger sales. If you find the right buyer, and your coin has the right combination of rarity, condition, and story, sky's the limit. So what makes a 1985 D penny valuable? Here's what you want to look for in number 1, condition. It has to be nearly perfect. Look for sharp detail, no scratches, and a brilliant red color. That's what collectors call full red luster. Number 2, errors. This is the big one. Some 1985 D pennies show rare errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or even transitional planchets, coins struck on the wrong metal. These mint mistakes can skyrocket value instantly. Number 3, rarity. Some varieties may exist in such small numbers that even top experts are still discovering them. If you have something that doesn't match any known example, you could be holding a one-of-a-kind find. Let's talk real numbers. A 1985 D penny in MS68 red sold for over $50,000. Another, with a double die reverse error, fetched more than $30,000. And on private marketplaces and auction sites, the sky-high listings keep coming. Coins with rare errors or perfect grades are consistently pushing 5 figures and beyond, and yes, that viral listing for $999,500? It's real. Now, does that mean someone paid that price? Not confirmed. But just the fact that someone believes their coin might be worth nearly $1 million tells you how crazy the collector world can get. Here's the deal. Not every 1985 D penny is worth a fortune. But some are. And the only way to know if yours is one of them is to check. Get a magnifying glass. Look for errors. Study the details. And if it looks promising, get it graded. That little copper coin sitting in your drawer could be your hidden jackpot. So what are you waiting for? Go check your change, dig through your old coin jars, and see if you've got the next rare 1985 D Lincoln penny. And hey, if you find one that looks special, drop a comment. Let's help each other find the next $1 million coin. Hit that like button if you love rare coins. Subscribe for more hidden treasure tips. And remember, sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest surprises. What if I told you that this ordinary-looking 1988 Lincoln penny could be worth nearly $1 million? Yep, you heard that right, up to $999,000 for a coin that millions of Americans might have in their pocket right now. Stay tuned, because this rare treasure is not just a coin, it's a collector's goldmine. You probably recognize this as a standard Lincoln cent, but here's the twist: this one doesn't have a mint mark. That's right. A 1988 penny with no D or S stamp, and that's exactly why it's so incredibly valuable. Every penny minted after the 1960s should have a mint mark, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But in 1988, a small batch slipped through the system with no mint mark at all. This error coin is so rare it's almost like finding a needle in a haystack. Why is it so valuable? Because only a handful exist, and coin collectors are desperate to get their hands on one. It's the kind of rarity that can turn a pocketful of pennies into a life-changing fortune. In recent years, these no-mint mark 1988 pennies have sold at auctions for hundreds of thousands of dollars, with some nearing the $1 million mark. The combination of rarity, demand, and condition is what drives this insane value. Here's how you check your pennies at home. Look for the date 1988. Check just below the date on the right side. There should be a tiny letter D for Denver or S for San Francisco. If there's absolutely no mint mark, congratulations, you might have one of these ultra-rare pennies. Keep in mind, condition matters. The closer to perfect, the higher the value. So if you find a no mint mark 1988 penny in mint condition, do not spend it. Instead, get it professionally graded immediately. Now, why did this error happen? It's a mystery. Some experts think it was a mistake at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically produces pennies with no mint mark, but 1988 was supposed to have them. Somehow, a batch escaped inspection, and these rare gems were mixed into circulation. So if you love coin collecting or just want to check your spare change, this could be your golden ticket. Don't overlook those pennies, they might be worth far more than their face value. Could a 1988 penny without a mint mark make you a millionaire? Maybe. It's rare. It's valuable. And it's waiting to be found. Check your coins today, you might just hold a fortune in your hand. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe and ring the bell for more amazing coin discoveries. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin like this. See you in the next video. Hey everyone, what if I told you that a humble Lincoln penny from 1984 could be worth almost $1 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1984 D-Mint mark Lincoln penny that's turning heads in the coin collecting world. If you've ever wondered how a tiny copper coin could be worth such a fortune, stick around because this story is packed with rarity, mystery, and pure coin collecting gold. Most people think pennies are basically worthless, but every now and then, a rare coin comes along that completely flips the script. The 1984 D Lincoln penny is one of those. Now, what's so special about this penny? First, let's break down what a mint mark is. The little letter on the penny, like D for Denver or P for Philadelphia, tells you where the coin was made. Almost all 1984 pennies have the mint mark in the usual spot below the date. But this 1984 D penny is unique because of where the mint mark is placed, how it was struck, or sometimes even errors related to that mint mark that make the coin incredibly rare. Collectors have found versions of the 1984 D penny with a double mint mark or one that is off-center, and those small variations are like gold mines for collectors. Some of these coins are in such pristine condition and so rare that they have sold for prices close to $1 million. That's right, nearly $1 million for a single penny. How does a penny go from being worth 1 cent to nearly $1 million? It's all about rarity and condition. If a coin was misprinted, produced in extremely limited numbers, or has a unique error, collectors will pay top dollar for it. The 1984 D penny in question is thought to have a rare mint mark error combined with perfect grading, meaning it looks flawless under magnification. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if my penny is the rare one? Well, it's very important to have it professionally evaluated by a trusted coin grading service. They use high-tech tools to check the coin's condition, authenticity, and any rare features like doubled mint marks or misplaced mint marks. Without this, it's almost impossible to know if your penny is the rare $1 million coin. There's a fascinating story behind how this coin was discovered. A collector was casually sorting through old change and stumbled on a penny that looked slightly off. After some research and expert verification, it turned out to be one of the rarest Lincoln pennies ever made. From ordinary pocket change to a once-in-a-lifetime treasure, the lesson here is, never underestimate the power of a small detail. One tiny variation, one small mint mark error, can turn an everyday coin into a legendary piece worth hundreds of thousands, even close to $1 million. If you have any old Lincoln pennies from the 1980s, especially from 1984 with a D mint mark, it might be worth taking a closer look. And if you do find something unusual, get it appraised immediately. Who knows? You might be holding a piece of history that could change your life. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the rare 1984 D Lincoln penny, don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing coin stories and collectibles that could make you a fortune. Imagine holding a penny in your hand that could be worth close to $1 million. Sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you that a simple 2017 D Lincoln penny might just turn you into the next coin millionaire? Stay with me, because this is not just another coin video. This is a potential treasure hunt hiding in your pocket change. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover hidden wealth in everyday coins. And today, we're diving deep into the story of a regular-looking 2017 D Lincoln cent that shocked collectors when one rare variety was estimated at nearly $1 million. Let's talk facts. In 2017, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln pennies. They look ordinary. Copper-plated zinc with the familiar Lincoln profile on the obverse and the Union Shield reverse. But here's the twist. A few of these coins escaped the mint with major, valuable errors that can multiply their worth by hundreds of thousands of times. Now here's where it gets really interesting. One of the most talked about finds is a 2017 D Lincoln penny with a rare die error. That means during minting, something went wrong, and instead of destroying the coin, it slipped through the system. These errors are extremely rare, and collectors will pay huge premiums for them. We're talking misaligned dies, double dies, off-center strikes, and in rare cases, transitional errors from planchets intended for earlier years. One coin expert reported a 2017 D penny with a dramatic doubled die on the obverse, making Lincoln's face and the date appear doubled to the naked eye. That single error, if in pristine condition and authenticated by a top grading service, could be valued in the hundreds of thousands, possibly approaching the jaw-dropping $999,000 mark if the right collector comes along. Now you're probably asking, how can you tell if you have one of these? First, check the D mint mark under the date. Make sure it's a genuine 2017 D. Then, grab a magnifying glass or even a phone with a good zoom. Look for any doubling in the numbers, especially the date and the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust. Examine both sides of the coin for any signs of misstrikes or missing details. Also, keep an eye out for off-metal errors. In some extremely rare cases, a 2017 penny might have been struck on a dime planchet. That's right, a penny struck on the wrong metal. If your coin feels lighter or looks silvery, you may have something special. These types of mint errors are extremely rare but can reach staggering values when confirmed. So why are people paying so much for these? Simple. Rarity. Condition. Demand. There are thousands of collectors constantly hunting for that next big discovery. And with most 2017 pennies worth just 1 cent, the chance of finding a high-value rarity keeps the excitement alive. Before you run off and dump your coin jar, here's what you should do. First, separate every 2017 D penny you can find. Closely inspect each one under light. If anything seems unusual, don't clean the coin. Never clean it. Instead, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can certify the error and the coin's condition, and that's where the value skyrockets. So now you know. That unassuming penny in your drawer might just be a golden ticket. The next time you see a 2017 D Lincoln cent, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. Your pocket change could be worth more than a brand new Lamborghini. If you enjoyed this treasure hunting tip, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin finds, and drop a comment if you found anything strange in your change. Who knows? Your story might be the next one we feature. What if I told you there's a penny out there worth nearly $1 million? Yes, you heard that right, a penny. But not just any penny, the rare 2013 Lincoln penny with no mint mark that's sending collectors into a frenzy. This little copper coin could be your ticket to a fortune. Most pennies are worth just a cent. But every so often, a rare coin like this one comes along that can shatter expectations and redefine what a penny is worth. So what makes the 2013 no mint mark Lincoln penny so valuable? The key is in the mint mark, or more accurately, the lack of one. Normally, pennies made in Denver have a tiny D stamped on them. Pennies from Philadelphia traditionally didn't have a mint mark, but starting in 2013, Philadelphia pennies were supposed to have a P mint mark that was a brand new change, but somehow, a handful of these 2013 pennies slipped through the cracks without that P stamp, making them incredibly rare and valuable. Experts estimate that only a few thousand of these no mint mark pennies exist, making them ultra rare in the coin collecting world. Condition matters too. The better the condition, the higher the value. Collectors are hunting these pennies because one in near perfect condition could be worth up to $999,000. Imagine finding one of these in your change. It's like discovering a hidden treasure in your pocket. But why is this penny so valuable beyond rarity? It represents a major minting error, a historical what if that collectors crave. The 2013 penny was the first year the Philadelphia Mint added the P Mint mark to pennies, so those without it are considered a minting mistake and a glimpse into the coin production process. The story gets even more interesting because coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC have authenticated and graded these coins, driving the market price sky-high in 2023. A 2013 no-mint mark penny in pristine condition sold for nearly $1 million at auction. This blew collectors' minds and confirmed this penny's status as one of the most valuable modern US coins. So how can you spot one? Look carefully on the front side, right next to Lincoln's shoulder. If there's no P Mint mark where it should be, you might just have a rare gem. But be cautious, as counterfeiters know this penny is valuable and may try to create fake no-mint mark coins. The safest way to know for sure is to get your coin professionally graded and authenticated. That's the golden rule if you think you found a treasure. So next time you check your change, remember you could be holding a piece of history worth nearly $1 million. The 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is proof that sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest surprises. Found a 2013 penny without a P? Get it graded now. Could be your $1 million moment. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe for more incredible coin stories and rare finds. Have you ever found a rare coin in your change? Tell me in the comments. You could be holding $1 million and not even know it. That's right. A single penny, sitting in your pocket or change jar, could be worth up to $999,000. Sounds unbelievable? Well, you're about to discover why coin collectors and treasure hunters are going wild over the 1973 Lincoln penny. Stick around, because this might just be the most valuable coin you'll ever come across. At first glance, the 1973 penny looks like any other. It's copper, it's small, and it features the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the front. But beneath that ordinary appearance lies a coin shrouded in mystery, scarcity, and serious collector interest. The Denver Mint produced millions of these pennies in 1973. So how can one possibly be worth close to $1 million? That's where things get interesting. Over the years, rare varieties of this coin have appeared. Some with mint errors. Some with metal composition changes. And others, well, they've simply vanished from circulation entirely, making any surviving specimen incredibly valuable. And now let's get into the juicy details. Here's what to look for if you have a 1973 penny. Number 1. Errors. Double die obverse. That means Abraham Lincoln's face and the lettering look slightly doubled. It's a striking mistake and collectors go crazy for it. Number 2. Wrong metal. The US Mint experimented with different compositions during the early 70s due to rising copper prices. A few coins were accidentally struck on aluminum planchets, intended for test coins. If a 1973 penny was struck this way and escaped into the wild, its value would be astronomical. Number 3. Condition. If your 1973 penny is in mint state condition, untouched, shiny, and flawless, it skyrockets in value. Coins graded MS67 and above by PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare and in high demand. Let's talk real money. In 2010, a 1973 penny in pristine condition sold at auction for thousands. But here's the kicker: experts estimate that if an aluminum test strike from the Denver Mint were found and verified today, it could fetch upwards of $999,000 at auction. Why? Because no official records of such a coin exist. That means if one surfaced, it would be the only known example. A one of one. And in the world of rare coins, that means pure gold, or in this case, nearly $1 million in cold hard cash. So what do you do if you've got a 1973 penny? Grab a magnifying glass. Look closely for doubling on the letters "In God We Trust" or the word "Liberty." Check the date and Lincoln's profile for oddities, then weigh it. A standard copper penny should weigh around 3.11 grams. If yours is way off, especially closer to 1 gram, it could be struck on the wrong metal. And finally, don't clean it. Ever. Cleaning a coin can destroy its value instantly. Instead, take it to a professional coin dealer or submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. That plain old penny in your junk drawer might just be a hidden gem. The next time you hear that familiar clink of change in your pocket, pay attention. You might be one lucky coin away from a 6-figure payday. Hit like if you're going straight to your coin jar after this. Subscribe for more hidden coin secrets. And remember, treasure is often hiding in plain sight. What if I told you that a single penny in your pocket could be worth up to $999,000? Sounds crazy, right? But hang on. Because the 1976 D Lincoln penny isn't just another coin. It could be $1 million mistake. And it's hiding in plain sight. Let's uncover the shocking truth behind this tiny copper treasure. Welcome back to the channel where we dig deep into rare coins, hidden gems, and valuable collectibles that could be sitting right under your nose. Today's spotlight is on the 1976 D Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks completely ordinary. But under the surface, this coin holds a secret that has collectors buzzing and prices soaring. The 1976 Lincoln penny was struck in honor of America's bicentennial year. While quarters, halves, and dollar coins received special bicentennial designs, the humble penny kept its familiar look. But something unexpected happened at the Denver Mint. Some pennies came out different. Rare mint errors. Double dies. Off-center strikes. Clipped planchets. And that's where things get interesting. One 1976 D penny sold at auction for nearly $1 million. Why? A perfect storm of rarity, error, and condition. Most pennies were struck in copper-plated zinc starting in 1982, but in 1976 they were still made of 95% copper. If your coin has the D mint mark and shows a rare error, like a double die obverse, strong doubling in the date or Liberty inscription, or a misaligned die, its value jumps sky high. Add in a near-perfect mint state condition, and you've got a coin collectors will fight over. LL first, flip the coin and check for the D mint mark just under the date. Got it? Good. Now grab a magnifier. Look closely at the date. Do the numbers look thick or doubled? That could be a double die. Is the coin perfectly centered? Or is it slightly off? That might be an off-center strike. Do the edges look clipped or irregular? Jackpot. Finally, is the coin shiny and clean with no wear? If it's graded MS67 or higher, we're talking serious money. In recent years, rare 1976 D Lincoln pennies have stunned auction houses. One specimen with a dramatic off-center error sold for over $3,500. Another with an incredible die clash error fetched over $15,000. But the Holy Grail? A near-perfect, red-tone 1976 D with a major double die obverse was valued at close to $999,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for a single penny. Go grab your old coin jar. Seriously. Dump it out and start scanning every 1976 penny you find. Look for that D mint mark. Look for oddities. Use good lighting and a magnifying glass. And if you think you've got something special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even if it's not a jackpot, you could still be sitting on a few hundred or $1,000. So next time you see a plain old penny, remember this: it could be your ticket to a small fortune. The 1976 D Lincoln penny is a modern legend in coin collecting. And you never know what treasures are hiding in your spare change. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting secrets, and drop a comment if you found anything cool in your collection. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Wait, stop scrolling. That 1986 penny in your pocket could be worth nearly $1 million. You heard that right. One simple Lincoln cent, missing a tiny mint mark, could make you rich. But how? Why? And how can you tell if have one? Let's dive into one of the craziest coin stories in modern history. So here's the deal. In 1986, the US Mint produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents. Most were totally ordinary. But a tiny number of these coins were struck without a mint mark. That may not sound like a big deal, but in the world of coin collecting, that tiny missing letter can mean the difference between 1 cent and close to $1 million. Now first, let's clear up what a mint mark actually is. Normally, a penny minted in Philadelphia doesn't have a mint mark. That's the default. Coins from Denver show a small D, and ones from San Francisco have an S. But here's where it gets interesting. Some collectors have reported finding 1986 pennies that should have had a mint mark but don't. These coins weren't minted in Philadelphia. They were supposed to come from a different location. The missing mint mark is actually a minting error, and that's what makes it special. Let's talk about the numbers. A verified 1986 no mint mark Lincoln penny with a strong error, in pristine condition, has been speculated to be worth up to $999,000. That's right. Close to $1 million for a coin you might find in your junk drawer, but here's the catch. Most 1986 pennies without a mint mark are from Philadelphia and totally normal. So how do you know if yours is rare? Start with this. First, check the condition. If it's scratched, dirty, or worn out, it probably won't be worth much. Collectors are hunting for coins in near-perfect shape, known as mint state. Second, look for errors. True value comes when that missing mint mark isn't supposed to be missing. If the die used to strike the coin had a mint mark that somehow didn't appear, that's the jackpot. You might need a microscope or a magnifying glass for this. Look closely at the area where the mint mark should be a third, get it graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can confirm if your coin is the real deal. This is the step that separates the dreamers from the millionaires. Now let's talk scarcity. Only a few of these error coins have ever surfaced. Some experts believe there might be less than a dozen out there. That's what makes them insanely valuable. In auctions, rare Lincoln cents have fetched six-figure prices, and demand is growing every year. So what should you do right now? Go check your change. Dig through old penny jars. Ask your grandparents if they have any 1986 pennies. You'd be surprised how many rare coins are just sitting in drawers, forgotten. And one last thing. Even if your penny isn't the $1 million one, other valuable 1986 error coins exist. Look out for double die errors, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets. Some of these can still sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. In the world of coin collecting, knowledge is power. And a little curiosity might just turn a penny into a fortune. If you found this video helpful, drop a like, and tell us in the comments what coins you found. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a chance to turn pocket change into real money. You're one penny away from your luckiest day. 9. Imagine holding a coin in your hand worth nearly $1 million. Not a rare gem or ancient artifact, but a simple Lincoln penny from 2002. Sounds unbelievable, right? But today, we're diving into the mysterious world of the 2002 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin so rare, collectors call it a potential $1 million treasure. Stay tuned because what you're about to learn might change the way you look at your loose change forever. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden value in everyday coins. If you love coin collecting or just want to discover some incredible stories behind common currency, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Today's star is the 2002 Lincoln penny, but not just any 2002 penny. We're talking about the 2002 no mint mark penny, a rare minting error that has coin collectors buzzing. Normally, Lincoln pennies from 2002 were produced at two mints, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. The Denver pennies have a small d mint mark, while Philadelphia pennies usually have no mint mark, or sometimes a P starting in 2017. But the twist here is that in 2002, Philadelphia pennies were supposed to have no mint mark. So how can a 2002 penny with no mint mark be rare or valuable? Here's the thing, the rarity doesn't come from the mint mark itself but from a very unusual production error that caused some pennies to be struck in extremely limited quantities without the proper identifying features. This has created an ultra-rare variant known among collectors as the 2002 no mint mark penny error. The coin's rarity combined with high demand has sent its value skyrocketing. So why do collectors place such an extraordinary price on this coin, up to $999,000 or more in some cases? It boils down to three main reasons. First, scarcity. This error is incredibly rare. Only a handful of these coins have ever been confirmed, making them some of the rarest modern pennies out there. Second, condition. Like any collectible coin, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins graded as mint state or flawless examples can fetch huge sums at auction. Third, provenance and demand. Coins with documented histories and certification from respected grading companies become highly sought after by serious collectors, investors, and museums alike. The 2002 penny marks an important era in U.S. coinage history. It was during this time that the U.S. Mint was transitioning to new technologies, which led to unique minting errors. This particular penny error showcases a glimpse of the production challenges faced by the mint and captures the imagination of collectors hunting for modern-day treasures. If you want to check your collection, here's how to identify this penny. Look closely at the obverse, that's the front side with Abraham Lincoln's profile. Check if there is a mint mark below the year. Most 2002 pennies from Philadelphia should have no mint mark, but Denver pennies will have a small d. The rare error coin might have subtle differences in the lettering, thickness, or slight doubling effects, all signs of a minting anomaly. Because these errors are so rare and tricky to spot, it's highly recommended to get your coin appraised by a professional if you suspect you have one. If you discover a 2002 no mint mark penny that looks different or rare, don't rush to spend it. Get it graded by a reputable coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC. Professional grading not only confirms authenticity but significantly increases the coin's market value. Once graded, you can sell it through auctions, coin dealers, or even online marketplaces specializing in rare coins. Given its potential value, even a partial error or lower grade specimen could bring in thousands of dollars. The 2002 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a modern-day numismatic mystery, a coin that reminds us even the most common currency can hold secrets worth millions. Whether you're a casual collector or a serious investor, keep your eyes peeled. You never know when that one lucky penny could change your life. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share with your coin-loving friends, and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your change.